Hello, hello, one and all. Welcome to Handelabra Live. It is the Tuesday, once again, stream where you see Handelabra games even before they are released, such as tonight. Thanks, Logic Dolphin, subscribing for 50 months. Almost 54. Yeah, we're going to play some One Deck Galaxy tonight. One Deck Galaxy is now on the Steam store for wish listing. Let me pop the link. Is it gonna, if I search it on Google, is it gonna come up? It sure does. Look at that. Google's on the ball. Just copy this link, paste it in here. Have a look. Yeah, let's go back to the title screen for a second. This is a nearly final build of One Deck Galaxy, aka this game. This is the game, but you know, in digital. The music reminds me of Mass Effect. I mean, it is spacey. So yeah, we've been working on this game for a while. It is the spiritual successor to One Deck Dungeon. I previewed it. We premiered it with Chris from Asmodee a few weeks ago, and it's gonna be in the rotation now. Yes, it is going to be available in early access, but right now you can add it to your wish list because it's not out yet. It will be out soon. We wanted to get that page up so people can add it to the wish list and get hyped. The lighting is terrible. Yeah, I know. I am just gray. I don't have any other lights right now, and it is what it is. Okay. Let's get into it. If you didn't see it before, I'll explain what's going on when we play. I was gonna play Zip Zap Scientist for some reason, but you can add a grill light, yeah, for grilling. Also, I have a special beer. It is the Celebration collaboration between Bishop Cellar, a local liquor store, and North Brewing Company. The 20th and 10th anniversaries respectively, and the 10th anniversary of Handelabra, so why not? I walked home with this, so let's see if it goes everywhere when I open it. Oh, it doesn't. It's a dry hopped saison, so it should be interesting. A fusion brew, exactly. Yeah, Dolphin's been playing One Deck Galaxy on Dolphin's Dive, so check out some of those streams if you haven't. There are more One Deck Galaxy. Allowed open, yeah. It says it has water, shoreline malt, hops, and escarpment yeast. Right, citrusy and jubilant. Excellent. Nice. So I will mention, of course, Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. And happy Pride to everyone. Anyone working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. So we're going to face the Nebel colony fleet this evening. They basically roll their own dice and get their own and take the stuff away from you that you need to play the game, and you have to negotiate with them to get it back. They're going to keep getting more and more colonies throughout the game. To defeat them, we have to either send envoys or blockade them with these confrontation rows. So we have to do that 4 times to win the game. And you might wonder, how am I going to get enough dice to fill a 28 and a 35 box, or a 35 box and 14 fleets, whatever they are? Let's find out. We're not going to play on hard mode. Play on normal mode. All right, so there's a lot going on in the game, and I've gone past all the hints and stuff like that, so we're just going to play. They start checking to see if they would overwhelm you, which is a way you can lose, but if they have less than twice as many as our Federation level, we're okay. Yeah, I've never actually played through a game of hard mode. So they roll their dice and they keep the 3 and the 4. Anything right now, 3 or higher, they keep. So as we confront them, we can increase that number, which helps us. Question, are there humans in this setting? Not that I'm aware of. Humans would be very weird to these cultures, I think. Yeah, the UI is kind of meant to be like it's your galactic control panel that you're trying to organize your federation here. There's as many games in the chat. So part of the game is reaching milestones. You need to reach certain milestones to get to later levels of the confrontation. And so you need to do these to win. So I need to have a class 4 starbase from the Zib-Zab, and there's 3 from the scientist. So having activated techs, these down here, and spending 7 tech stars as an action, which is going to be tough against the Nebel Movers later, maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, and all of the planet names are puns. Not all of them, but many of them. You've got mail. Humans exist. There you go. So my special ability as a scientist, I can use a starbase disk as a tech disk, or 2 tech disks as a starbase disk. So I have some flexibility there. And we only have 2 fleets and 3 science fleets you can use to change dice, and you're also going to need them for these disks. All right, so my basic tax increase a die by up to my federation level, which is 1. Reroll dice. Could reroll the pink ones if we wanted to. And we can spend a fleet to launch a probe, which I like a lot. I like to launch probes. Probes are great. Probes just get a card from the top of the deck, and you get it as science. So it's pretty sweet. We're not going to be able to do the blockade because we only have 2 fleets, but we could, try to do that next turn by getting a bunch of fleets. It is good to do that early. I don't have near enough to 16 or 21 blue here. So we can look at trying to fill boxes here to get these cards later on. You make progress towards them over time. So you can see there's lots of different things you could do. I am going to spend a fleet to launch a probe, because I can't undo after that because it gives me new information. And is there any value to having... I mean, I could use this to get stuff into Twenso. This is like another free probe. We could just probe. One of our things is to get starbases and tech, so getting that tech is actually pretty good for us. Maybe even better is getting the 2 tech stars here, but we can always use a starbase disk for a tech, so it is a bit complicated. So when you first play the game, there's lots of hints going through, and there's going to be a tutorial, not an early access right away, but we're going to add a tutorial. I'm thinking about rock solid logic here in Twenso because I'm going to probe my way to success here, I think. So let's adjust this to a 6 and re-roll this, because why not? It's a 1. Not that we really needed to, because we're going to put whatever it is into there. I guess we could have made like a Ultra Tech black one. And oh no, you can't put no Ultra Tech dice are allowed in this box. So that's adding 3 influence here. So we're not going to be able to fill it out. It takes 4. So we're not going to quite get it all the way, but we can. I think what we'll do with the rest of our dice here is get fleets and put them in here. I would launch a probe, but I think I want to get those 3 fleets. It's not going to be enough for this, is it? But maybe we want to do this so that we can potentially, if we roll well, we can do that next turn, right? So let's do that. There's a chance. there's so many different things you can do. That's one of the things. So in the resolution phase, after we finish acting, we can study this for free because it's 1 die per science, but there's a discount, but we want to take that, so I'm going to skip here. We're going to be probing. So they are escalating as part of their rule here. They're adding to their horde. Here's we want them to roll 1s. Just go ahead and roll all 1s, not 3s. Boo. They took all the dice. And we almost rolled well enough. So we could use rock solid logic. So we have a 5 and we have a 4. We could increase it with a fleet, but then we wouldn't have enough fleets. We also want to spend our fleets for that, but we're not going to get to do that. Confronting is, I think, important to do here if we can do it. So let's do that. We got a 5, and we want to reroll this. I don't know that we want to. You know what? There's no downside to rerolling it, I think, based on what's it there. So it's a wow, it's a 3 again. Okay. All right, so we use a starbase disk, and that's locked in. So that's gonna move up to 4. So it's gonna result in them taking fewer dice for us, hopefully. And yeah, I don't have any fleets to spend for this. So if I try to use it, it will say it won't do anything. So don't bother. But we could finish this off like this. And then we can take the tech there. I like that. And we can work on something else or get fleets or both. All dice here must have different values, but we can put a 6, 5, and a 4. And get 3 influence on that. Maybe this will be a nice one to take because it has a star on it and also some dice. And these 3 don't match, so I'm going to put them all in here to launch a probe. We're going to go with 0 fleets for next turn, which is probably bad, but sometimes you go fleetless. We want to get our starbase up high for our milestone, and probes are a good way to get lots of science for that. Like here, we can upgrade the starbase. If I hover this, you can see it goes up to 2 disks, and it makes some other things better. Right now, I would be wasting 2 science if I upgrade now, so I'm going to, because it doesn't make change, so I'm going to continue, and we'll hopefully get some more options with the next probe. The Nebel fleet gained a colony because they had 3 influence. And I don't actually want to check, did they get a colony with stars on it? They did. So they're going to start taking tech stars now, which is the worst part of life. I don't have any fleets, so I can never use that tech. Let's go ahead and launch the probe. We got a 3. So we can spend 9 science to upgrade now, which is a little bit of a better deal. We could also launch more probes or study this other copy of Twenso that's here. Why don't we just get this copy of Twenso that has more tech stars for us? It's a different Twenso. It's the artisanal Twenso. The reason why we don't is because we don't have a 6, but you know, we have other things. We could just study it for the 2. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll make sure we have a couple dice to study it. We can like move more on that. I want to get a 4 for that. So let's increase one of these and We don't necessarily need to reroll the 1. Make that a 4. But we'll reroll it anyway. Ooh, hey, it got better. But for some values, it better. Higher isn't always better, right? Time for some H2O, says Nezuchualt. What are the current classes available? There are 5 homeworlds and 5 societies for 25 combinations. And there are, in the first version, there's going to be 3 adversaries to face, and there'll be 2 more added over the course of early access. So there's a lot of combinations. Okay, so I can like get lots of fleets this way, just I kind of need to get some more fleets all up in. And I need 2 dice. Yeah, let's do this. I know I could like, I could get this card this turn, but I could also just get it next turn. I want to get the 2 for research, and I want fleets, so let's do that this way. Because I could get the 4 influence here, but it's okay. I'll get it next time. I don't know that there are militaristic societies. As many can speak to that. Just going to study that. So now we have 15 science. Importantly, we can make the right change to not waste science. We will upgrade our starbase by choosing... that's weird that it chose a 9 science option. Shouldn't do that. Not a major problem, but... Wait, why won't it let me pay with 8 science? Is it mapping wrong? Okay, I guess we have a bug here, because it's not letting me pay with 8. Something that we need to note. Starbase upgrade won't let me. That's very odd, unless there's something going on that's making a turret cost 1 extra, which I don't think is a thing right now. We'll have a look at that. That's part of the early access process, is there will be some bugs. Hopefully not too many. Well, we're going to have to pay that upgrade, I guess. If I do this, it won't even let me pay 11. It really wants the uplifters to be part of the deal. The uplifters are required. So, fine. 9. 9 it is. If I lose, it's because of a bug. Alright, they are escalating. Of course they rolled big. Come on, guys. Alright, so I don't think we can confront here. No. But we sure can probe. So I'm gonna probe, and I'm gonna double probe, so I can get lots of science. We can negotiate with them to get dice back, but I kind of want to wait until next time to do that, when they have more of my stuff. And we get more value out of it. And we can do have a big turn with that as well. So let's spend a fleet to launch a probe. We could also use this tech by using a starbase disk, which we might do. We want just the one influence on that, so we can just pay like a 4 and a 2, or even just a 6. We don't need the 6 for something else. We could put 2 science and 2 fleets on here. This actually gives us a lot of tech stars, which we need for that. We don't need it, but we're gonna want, you know, lots of stars. I don't mind spending. We have a 2. We don't have a 2. It's awkward. You have to spend a 3 card for that. And we don't have the 17, but we don't have to do it all in one or whatever, but you know, it's nice. It's nice to be able to do that. I do like that it has 2 stars on it. That's really good. I have 8, 10, 13. So if we do this, then we don't have this. We can't do that part, but I kind of don't want to do the top part anyway. So let's make this a 5. Oh, but we can't put 1s, 2s, and 3s there. It's actually not going to work, right? That's not going to work. We're not going to get to 17. We don't have the dice. Fine, we'll just leave that for now. We'll go after other stuff. Just get more fleets so we can do this next turn, maybe? I'm kind of into that. What if we... And just, like, launching probes to get stuff. What if we just do this? I guess I'm just thinking we could put it 1 influence there. Having influence there is useful. I thought I had another 4 kicking around. There it is. And with that spare die, we'll get it, chuck it in for a fleet here. I think that's good. We get You've Got Mail as a colony, I think, this time. And we'll throw a probe. So we can upgrade our starbase again. We do want to get to the top level starbase as part of our deal, so let's do that. We can actually pay 10 this time. No joke. See you later, Sparky Wolf. Enjoy your meal. We should be able to upgrade again if we get 2 probes. Very likely. Wow, they're rolling very well. So I think we have actually exactly 8 fleets. So maybe we want to use those fleets for confronting here. Oh, we can't confront. We need our Federation level to be up 1 more. So we have to... We'll have to spend our adversary token, which we can do. I mean, we could try for the other side, but I don't think we can reach that. Yeah, okay. So what we want to do is probe. Nice. Probe again, and just make sure we get another fleet. Cool. So we can get the max upgrade this turn. We could even do this, but I don't know that I like that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to get more fleets to... So we're going to spend 8 of them here, and maybe more to get 6s, right? So... if we increase that to a 2, then we could... I guess we'd use the 4s. We could make a lot of fleets, basically, is a thing we could do, which is really good against the Nebel Woobers. I like that. I do want to get this, but also we have to do that. So let's put the 4s in here. Let's fleet it up. And we're going to want to pay science for that. We want 3 more science. Oh, we can, if we spend 2 dice, we can get that. We can study there. Okay, let's do that. So we use this, adjust that to 2. Don't re-roll. Make fleets. And 2 dice to get stalwart. And I can go there. We have a pending event, which means more. Probes only cost 2 now as well, but I want to make sure I have a 3. I need to have 3. We do the upgrade for 12. We have 6 to pay for the yellow dice if we want to do. So we got our class 4 starbase. Milestone achieved. Which is actually good to do it now because that event could say downgrade your starbase. We have to either do 2 of the following: exile colony, exile tech, exile 2 starbase discs, or add influence to adversary. These are all terrible. I'm going to add influence because I don't want to do any of the other things. That's also bad. And yeah, colonies. Just, you've got mail, but that's a good one. Or accelerated study tech. The starbase discs, the problem is that I can use them for tech discs. So I kind of need them. But we already maxed out our starbase, so I think exiling the tech is the way to go. I'm not exiling starbase token because I am the scientists. And they're taking all my tech discs because they're jerks. Well, they will be taking them all. They're not taking them yet. All right, and they made me roll less dice because they have them. So we want to take our dice back. So I'm going to pay 6 science to roll these. Please be a 6. Excellent. And I could pay 4 fleets to get those back. Which actually, there's stuff we can spend them on, so let's do it. Let's get them back. Not bad. All right, so look at this. 6 and 6. And bam. Okay. And we can't quite do that, but we can do this. Let's do the probe, I think. Get a 4. Just don't want to overpay for that. We can't go there because of the lock. But we can do this. You can actually make this a 6, so it only takes another 1 die. I want to get this tech. I want to get tech star. Actually, I want techs because I have to activate 4 techs for my milestone. I do need also to spend 7, which I should have been able to do on this turn, but I think I did other stuff first, so it's fine. Because I can spend these also, but we could do it another turn. Let's work towards getting Nomnomud because at least we can do one of the other sides of it and it's not hard for us. And let's re-roll those 2 just to see what we get. roll away. Like the same thing, basically. That's fine. All right, so we got the 17 on there. And yeah, top level starbase generates buckets of fleets. And probes only cost 2. And we get discounts on studying, so we can study that for 1. Like, we can just generate tons and tons of science, tons and tons of fleets. It's real good. These, I want to get rid of these ones with the locks on them. And Ocean 1, maybe will. I don't want to discard 3 cards, so let's see. We don't have 3 of the same. Let's put all the dice in here. We have 7, so we need 1, and 3 is 4. Another 2 for a probe, so we could spare 1 for the fleet then, if we want to get rid of both of those cards. I don't want to do that. Study for 1, study for 3, probe for 2. I could study that for free, but I think it's not that hard for me to get, comparatively. Alright. We're confronted. They are going to be getting more colonies soon. Here they're rolling and taking tech stars. Ah, they only take 1 die. Just blue, too. We could get that if we wanted to. We're rolling a lot of dice now. Took them all back. Wow, that's a lot of 1s. But you know what? You can make fleets out of them. So we could activate this because we can use our 3 tech stars and 4 starbase discs. The question is it worth? And it might be, because we can't do that. We can just get a whole bunch of fleets this turn. Maybe we can't put discs on. So I think we just get a bunch of fleets and we can't do that. We can potentially start putting a bit on Gurn here, so we could pay to get tech discs and spend those instead of starbase discs. That is an option. We have to spend our 6s and a 2. It's not bad, actually. That's one way to do that. Is then we actually have we could pop those on there. I kind of like that better, actually. We can still use our techs and stuff. Do we need the 6s for anything especially? Not really. All right, let's do that. I think I don't need the yellow one more. I don't know that it matters. So we have 7. We can just pay the 7 stars. Because it's... Yeah, just pay the stars. Stars are less valuable than the discs. Cool, so now we are at level 3. We need to get some techs. So yeah, working towards Gurn is good. There's a couple ways we could do that. I think just putting the blue ones on there is honestly, I guess we might not make it. We roll a 1 again, right? So let's increase that to a 5 and reroll all of these. See if we can put 2 dice on there. We can. So do that. Start getting something on that. We could also get stuff on Nomad. We have to put a lot, but it is much more awesome than the other one. And we could even just get it. Okay, new plan, get Nomad. And we could spend a fleet to probe. I'm doing it. Oh, we can also study location because we upgraded this. I can launch a probe or study location. I'm up for launching a probe. We could use a die. I think you still have to pay for the study, right? It's not free. We'd only, yeah, that was the only free one. Where are we at with our dice? We could get 3 fleets this way and probe with these 2. So we do like 2 probes. We could just study Gurn, but I kind of want to get it as an easy tech. We could get this as a tech though. Well, let's add influence to each location. That's very good. Let's launch a probe. What are we doing with all our science though? I guess we can like make dice. We're just getting science for like no reason at this point. I guess we can use the science to get our dice back. That's also a thing. And like go on to thingies. Okay, let's do it. Launch a probe. Yeah, we can always like roll a bunch of dice. So, oh, we outdid that. That's fine. So we want the techs because we need that for our milestones. Probe. Let's see if we can deal with this. You've got mail. The other you've got mail. They're taking more tech discs. Things are escalating quickly. All right, we didn't roll very well on the colors we need for them. I mean, I'm kind of ignoring blue. We're just doing the other way right now. We're not converting them this turn, but we should plan to do it next turn. We should get enough fleets and try to make sure that we can buy the yellow dice that they steal. Or we can pay for heroic dice. Yeah, we can do things. We can also do this. 2 fleets to roll 2 and reroll any of your dice. That's pretty awesome. So all dice here must have different values. That's awkward, isn't it? How about, can we get this? We don't have blue. We could roll 2. I really want to get this. To spend 2 fleets though. We need the fleets for this. So if we want to do this, I want to leave that not in the reshuffle. So if we do that, we need a fleet to increase this to 6. And we need this reroll to be a 5 or 6. That's the problem. That is the problem. So we can't rely on that, right? We have to try for it before we commit. Because if that, I mean, that's not, I guess we could, yeah, we don't have enough fleets to pull it off reliably. I think we wait to try to, if we can do it next turn, I guess. That's all we can do there. So we just like work on this a little bit. We can work on that a little bit if we want. Just make a bunch of fleets. We could do this. That lets us reroll 1s and 2s. But then we definitely can't do that card. So it's not great. I guess I just use this on here, and if I get it, I do that, and if I don't, I don't. Yeah, I think we need to do the blockade next turn instead, right? That's more important. I was thinking about, we were doing the trailer, like trying to put a gameplay trailer together. I recorded a bunch of gameplay footage. Most of the gameplay footage is like a static screen because you're just thinking about what to do. It's that kind of game. Yeah, so let's just make progress on this, and almost even more just to get influence for that than for anything else. So I'm gonna do this and increase this to a 6 and re-roll these. I'm just gonna do that instead. And they're fine. So we can do this and just like get some influence on these places. Make enough fleets for the confront next turn. And hopefully I could just study Gurn, but I kind of don't want to. I want to get just one more fleet. I want to get techs. I need to get cheap techs. For my milestones. Move 3 from the supply, 3 heroics. And, alright, fine. Take my dice. Take them away from me. Let's go roll poorly. Oh, it's not rolling this turn. Right. Okay, we have a turn where it's not rolling. Oh, it is rolling. Okay. Oh, because that was an event. Right. Oh, it only takes 2 dice. More blue. So we can use that influence we built up to get those blue dice. That's the kind of value of doing that. Man, that's terrible. Okay, so 24. We don't have any yellows for us. We do have black dice we could get. Blue dice we could get. If we get the blue dice and they roll well, we could consider the other side and like do this. We could also still do that. We only need 10 fleets here. So, and we have a couple reroll options. It's like Spirit Island. I mean, Spirit Island, you're probably like looking at your cards and stuff more. A lot of it like is just here on the screen, right? You don't really have to look at anything in more detail. It's all on the screen. That's one of the reasons we designed, like Jean-Marc and Asmadi and I worked on making sure you can always see the important stuff. But Spirit Island, there's like too much. You can't show the text of all the cards on the screen at once and stuff like that, especially on a phone. So. But here, almost all the important information is at least conveyed by icons. So, do we want these dice? We don't need the tech stars this turn. It's gonna suck next turn because we won't have any. This would pay 2 discs as well, and we wouldn't get to use our text, so that's kind of out for me this turn. I like to use these 2 on the same turn because you get these back and then you get those. So it's probably that. Not that we need them. That's kind of like, wow, blue dice. But like, if we get blue dice and we roll a bunch of 6s, suddenly this becomes possible. And it makes this cheaper to put dice on again. So, all right, let's do that. We get 3 dice. Because also, even if they don't roll super high, like they didn't roll super high, I can put the 5s on here, right? But then we can't do the other thing, so we can't do both. Can't do both. Do we do this instead of that? I mean, I think we do, right? We can also always, now's the time, we have so much science, we can spend our science. We could also just re-roll any dice with this, which could get us to a point where we're like, yeah, we do that, or I don't want them to escalate again. I want to take this thing. So if I do this, we might get a 6 here. We could also guarantee a 6 by using this. We could definitely do this without any trouble. Just means we definitely don't confront this turn. We don't have the fleets. However, we do get Gurn. I guess we could confront and roll a bunch of heroic dice with science. 3 heroic dice with science. That's a possibility. So why don't we, if we spend the science now, we roll, and if we have a chance, if we use this to re-roll the dice. All right, let's do that. Let's just do 1. Roll them 1 at a time. Okay, that's a 6. That's good. So what I'm thinking of, let's just like put dice nearby things that we want to do. So like that, we assume that this will use the increase to make that a 6. And 2 discs there. We still have to make up like 22 blue for that. And that's what this is going to do. But I think we need to roll more heroics here. And then we're going to re-roll these and any low dice here and like make it happen. So we need to keep 4 science. So we don't waste money, I'm going to roll these 2. And if they roll poorly, we'll do the reroll and see what we get. 2 and a 4, yeah, that's not enough. So we're gonna do it. All right, so we want to do this first. I think we do this first, because then we can do that on something else. Oh, right, there's no more heroics left. Okay, this is a fool's errand. I think we don't do that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that next turn. So I want to, I could just use this 6 here, but let's use this tech. Make that a 6 and reroll those. Cool. All right, that's done. A lot of decisions here. We can actually get Gurn here, which I like, by doing, can we? We need a 1. Yeah, we need a 1. Awkward. We can use this tech. to re-roll a bunch of dice and hope for a 1. It's kind of funny. I mean, we might get better dice too. We just don't get the heroics. We can like just be able to use it and discard this one and roll it. And re-roll probably the 3s as well. Guess I could have rolled that 3, but whatever. We got some 1s. We got a 1. And we got a 5 that we wanted here. So we could actually like, yeah, that's fine. We get Gurn as a tech for next turn. I guess we launch a probe here. As long as we get enough fleets. We need the fleets maybe for next turn. Let's try to have 10. If we launch a probe, we could do that. We ended up with like a whole bunch of blue after all, right? But not... Do we also do that now with all the stuff we rolled? Did we get there accidentally? Like, almost? Like, close enough to do it. Like, just do it? We have to give up heroic. Yeah, because the evil movers have our dice. We can't quite get there because just like we don't have enough value. We'd have to not do this. Yeah. You can't do both, I don't think. We could make a 6 here, but we'd have to drop the 4, so we're still short, right? Even with the... If we add 6 pips here, we're at 25. And replacing it makes us at 27. So we're like... We're short by 1 pip to do it. Unfortunately. That's rough. 1 pip. We pipped out. So we can do other stuff. So use these ones to make fleets. Put influence on there. Use all these awesome 6s to make fleets. And make more. We can't make more fleets. Well, we could make an equal number of fleets by wasting a die. Do we want to probe? We need the science. We might want the science. Actually, we might want the science to get dice if they take a lot. So let's do that. Okay, good. Okay. And we're getting 6 fleets. I think we want another fleet. And so this is gonna do nothing. But it can do nothing heroically. Alright, we need the tech. We're gonna get our tech stars back. Black dice. We don't need to have 5 activated techs. But it makes this better. I think I'd rather have the stars, right? We're not going to get them this turn, but we're going to not have enough stars. I wonder if I should have taken the other way. Which card is that? That gets us, actually, that gets us blue dice, right? Yeah, let's take Gurn as a colony instead. This, I really like this tech as well. Add 1 influence to each location is very good. There's lots of locations. We could study solver, but I want to have it as an influence sink, I think. No mint. Yeah, they are colonying up here. Close game. Here comes the big roll. Wow, that's a lot of 6s. We aren't going to be able to pay fleets for those. All right. As a good blue roll, we have an extra blue die now. This expeditionary force is exciting. So we definitely have to be confronting them on one side or the other. This side we have 13. We definitely don't have the blue. And we don't actually need to get tech stars this turn. Interestingly enough. We still have 4, and we have those as well. We want to use all our techs this turn. We want to get up to that, which means actually we have to spend too many. We could just use the techs without getting the benefit, right? So that's a thing. Not ideal, but it's possible. It's interesting. Or, I mean, we could attempt to get enough to fill this with these. We should be able to pay for this, by the way. That's a bug. I'm gonna record that. Is that we should be able to use Starbase Disk to pay for that if we wanted to. I'm not going to, but should be able to negotiate with Starbase Disk. I have 4 tech disks and 4 Starbase disks. So I can pay 5 tech disks because science. All right. Science conquers all. Yeah, I wish I had more fleets. Like a little bit more. I guess I could have done that probably somehow, but because I kind of, the only really feasible way to do this is on this side. If I pay for this, I guess I could pay with mostly this. Like, I have 19 pink, which I don't really need. So I could pay 19 pink, get all the tech stars, get the heroics. That's the best way to have a chance at the other side and be able to. I don't have, like, it's just a waste to use those techs. So that's what I'm thinking. So 19, 1 short. So, but I don't want to, like, I guess we do this and we re-roll some of these dice. I think that's what we do. We do this first. And re-roll and hope for 1 more pip on the pink. We could fleet it up by 1. But then we definitely are going for the non-fleet side, right? Which, I mean, we can probably make the non-fleet side if we're rolling all those black dice. Problem is, like, we have a good amount of blue here. 13, but half of it to cover it off with the rest black dice is not for sure, but it's possible. It's better chance if we use this later, right? Because we can re-roll these, whereas if we use it now, we can't re-roll those. So I think we do fleet this up. Shit pains me to do that. I guess I don't... Honestly, you know what? Before I do that, I don't need, like, this 2. So that's not doing me any favors. So let's undo the fleet. I'm, like, bickering over each individual fleet now. Total value, 21. Actually, so, like, pay for that with that 2. Does that matter? The 3 also doesn't do anything. But it matches with that 3 that's left over, so okay. Oh my gosh, we have so many tech stars. We already did the spend 7 tech stars thing. Alright, now we have to pay real tech stars. Which is fine. And roll away. A 1 and a... Okay, it's like a 1 and a 1. A 1 and a 3. So it's good that we are looking to use the reroll here. So we do the reroll any. Reroll the 3s and below, I think. All right, let's do it. Feels like we're on thin ice here. Oh man, it's worse. 1s and 2s. Okay, so we're not doing that side. We're doing the other side. Are we? We can do this. Actually, if we do this, we still... The thing is, we need a 6. I think we have to increase a heroic and reroll the rest of them. We need a 6, right? Like, we can't go to a 5. We need a 6. Roll better. Slightly better. Not better enough, right? Like, this is... That's 9 and 13. 22. It would be fine if we didn't have to use this one in the other box. I think, unless it all adds... It doesn't add up, right? Because there's only 3 more. Oh wait, we could spend science. We could spend all of our science for more chances. I should have used that earlier. Or we could spend all our fleets and fill up the other side. I think I want to use my fleets for these awesome abilities, so I'm going to spend all my science. I'm just going to spend my science and hope for a better roll here. Oh my gosh. So good. Okay. Did that do it? 6 and 6 has come through, so let's put these in. That has to come through, right? Yeah, that's very good. All right. Finally, the numbers have come through for us. It just took a lot of finagling. We can add in, now we can, I mean, we can't just like willy-nilly spend all our fleets because we do have, the other side needs way more fleets as well, but we can do these things with our fleets now. Yeah, adding influence does take a lot of cards out of the deck, which is not the best. I think we launch a probe. And now we're level 4, which is enough to win the game. So we don't have to get to 5. It's nice, but it's not required. We could put some influence on here. Or we could make more fleets. We can't make it that many fleets, so I think we just recover our science a little bit so we can have enough science to use next turn. And get it for more fleets next following turn. And do we study these? I guess we could study that for free. I just want to get it. I just want to have the influence around. So. All right. Miracle World. More dice for the Nebel Lures. They get the uplifters, more dice. They are rolling 13 dice each turn. If we're lucky, we can confront this turn as well. It's not going to be the fleet side, but if we can get big dice numbers like 1s and 2s, we can reroll all our dice. I think we're going to reroll all our dice. That's brutal. So we could pay 4 fleets to get 2 pink dice. I don't know that that is wise. We want to try for this. We're so not getting that, right? We're at 16 and 4. I think we need to try to survive another turn and have enough science to get the dice back for this, basically. And do the fleet side is going to be way more realistic. If we can get Solwart here, actually, and we can get Solwart, which lets us get Solwart and get enough fleets. We can have a lot of yellow and a lot of fleets, and then that should be good. So we need to have 14 fleets, including whatever we spend this turn. I'm not sure how much this is worth doing. I think we just put dice on here. And that gets it. And make fleets. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So if we do exactly this, not very exciting, but simple, we get 8 more fleets. We have 15. Oh, we have another die. So if we have, if we have 16, it's actually nicer because then we can use this next turn, which is really good. It's very, very good. And we can spend some science. Actually, we can like study this to have another chance to roll another die. So I think I like that. Yes, if you would like to wishlist the game, it is coming out soon. We are on a nearly final build. I guess that link has a curator clan ID. That's what Google put, but that's Google's fault. Go there and wishlist it. You will get a notification when it is available. Yeah, do we want to study these guys? Actually, it gets us more dice next turn, right? So, yes. This is like the closest game, I think. Usually I get really defeated badly or win more easily, so it's interesting to have like a really close game. Please don't take all my dice. They took 1. Well, they took all the other colors, but wow. They took all of the big ones. The yellow ones are what matters. And we got a 6. So we need 35. We have 10. We have 20 right now. That's not bad. 20 and we have lots of things to roll. We can also, we could pay 6 science to get 1 yellow. We could pay 12 science to get, we could pay 6 science to get 2 black. That seems like a better deal. We could actually roll 4 here and then 4 again, or 2 again. We can roll 6 black dice. I think that let's just go all in on the Ultra Tech. Since they didn't take any. And they didn't take all of our stars. They have 6, but that's not enough. Yeah, I think we're winning. Hashtag winning. You can even reroll the old 1s and 2s for funsies. Numbers go up. I could probably even do the other side. Feeling confident. How much yellow? 22. That went up from 15 or whatever, right? Anyways, we're doing great. Boop. Boop. All right. We don't have to do anything else. We can click around and do stuff, but once we are confronting the final thing, it says win. So let's just win. Your civilization has fought off the threat and formed a federation that will bring prosperity to your corner of the galaxy. Very good. All right. I can grab another beer. I'll be right back. We'll play again. Yeah, the chair disappears. The chair is not considered human. So, optimization calibrator. Let's do, let's do optimization calibrator. If I don't get to the end, I'm not going to stay long. So let's try to play quickly, poorly. Elements and explorers? Yeah. We'd like to have lots of things with these two, so let's play that. The optimization calibrator is a social network that tells you what to do. You have to give it dice, and it gives them back to you at a future time. I have another beer. It is Propeller Brewing Twin Shores, another collaboration. This is a collaboration with Tatamagush Brewing, I believe. I was sure it said that somewhere. How did it not? Where? What? It just says that. Propeller Brewing can bring Twin Shores Collaboration Ale. Delicious collaboration from 2 breweries. I mean, the icon is showing Tatamagush Brewery, but doesn't actually say it anywhere on the can. I mean, you have to know. You have to know that it's Tata. All right. Start the game. We get our only 2 science to start. So the calibrator just gets influence, and it picks that a little differently than the Nebel. It will, on the turns where it has, I think, 4, or 3 or 4, then it will. Ooh, that's different. Nectaron and Vic's Secret Hops. Passion fruit, juicy peach, and tangy pineapple. I think the calibrator... yeah, if it has 4, discard them, and we get them back. So, but we have to put as many dice as there are influence. So each turn is 1 more. Up to 3 dice each turn you have to give to the calibrator. And it will take care of them for you. Don't worry. right there in the cache input. And there's rules about the cache input. You have to put dice that are higher than all dice of its color in the cache. So try to put a 1 if you've got one, which I don't. So I can resolve the starbase, so the elements, the explorers. I get to count resource icons in the discovery zone as if they are attached to my homeworld. So my milestones are looking for resources, which we didn't care about last game at all, really. But some techs care about like the number of crystals you have and stuff like that. But these, the explorers care a lot about your resources. That's what it's all about. But they also get to count these as if they are in your society, so you can actually use the icons even though you don't have them for real. So we'll be on the lookout for text that do with that. I also want to have lots of dice. That's part of elements. So text that give me dice or colonies are good. I already have 10 dice in my pool, but that's not 20. That's halfway there. Whoa. And confronting the optimization calibrator. The number here is, what is the number? How does the number there work? That's a good question. I'm not sure. It can't cache a dice if there's already at least X die of its color. Right, so that lets you put more dice of the same color as you move up the track there. So not as important for an early confront, I think, compared to the other adversaries, but it is useful. We're going to need to put 4 and a 5 pink and then 22 of any amount, or something we can't even do early in the game because we only have 1 starbase disc. So I don't think we're going to be able to overload the grid. If we had a really lucky roll, we might be able to do that. But yeah, I don't think so. We have double wrist win. That's awkward. We could start going for Hexfinity. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to start doing so much for the speed run. We could get going on Starburger, which add influence to a location for free, all for a tech. It's kind of fun. I want to be collecting these. So in this game, I'm really not going to be going for science and fleets as much, except for confronting, because I don't have to upgrade my starbase. I more want to collect colonies to get dice. That's going to be the most important thing. And dice and resources, I guess. So I want to be able to do this. I want to do the 5s, but like I'd have to spend a fleet, and I don't know that I want to spend a fleet for that. I mean, I could still do it if I put on there. I could also... Yeah, those need 6s. Let's... We can also get heroic 3s, which aren't that really useful right here. If we want Starburger, we can work towards it that way. And yeah, we kind of have to use a fleet to get on the other one. That's kind of the problem. So I guess we do use a fleet. And we can go there. For 2 influence. One neat thing with this, the elements, you can resolve the starbase. You can like get fleets when you didn't have them, which is handy for sure. And I think I'm just gonna do this. I don't really need the heroic 3. This 4 is just kind of like wasted. Sadly. Boop. This gets good. This skill does get good. As once we like start collecting stuff, we're gonna be able to get 5s. Oh, right, I have to put the input cache. Forgot. We can put a heroic 3 there, right? That's fine. Is that bad? That's fine. That's not gonna come back and bite us. It reminds you that, oh wait, you're gonna lose the game if you click go. So, that's important. Optimization calibrator is satisfied for now. If I get a 1, I'm gonna put it in there right away. We have to put 2 dice, so we can put those ones. Those are gonna go in there. Let's put them there so we don't forget. Once again, our dice are not great, but we can. The heroic 3s might be more useful now. We can slowly move up on wrist wins. All these are really high numbers. They're really hard to do. You can see it's stolen the 3 for now. No, I want that there. We can slowly work our way up on there. All these blue dice. They're not enough for this right now, unfortunately, because we can't use 1s, 2s, and 3s. I guess we're making fleets with them. And those are going in there. And we have these. We can probe. I mean, upgrading the starbase is still useful. We could make more fleets, but we do want to be able to confront, in one way we can do is upgrade the starbase and go at it that way, so feels like that was not a great turn. But nice thing is you're always making some progress in One Deck Galaxy. You can't have a wasted turn. Okay, we got bigger numbers. We could overload the grid. We got like enough to do that. So that's an option. Because we don't have we need 2 tech discs to be able to do that. So we don't have enough science anyways. We could resolve the starbase and do that, but we have some options. I really don't like spreading the influence around so much. I want to be able to focus on something and get it done. But all these, I mean, we could study them and then get rid of them, but I feel like let's get them. Let's get them. I think getting this to a 3 is going to be helpful. So let's see. If we do this, where are we at? Sort of like use our big dice. We're at 21. Sure, we can pop a 1 in there. But we do need to fill this up. So like, you know, stuff has to go in there. It can't have a 1 because there's already a 1 there. So yeah, we have to put something else in there that we can't put in right now. I guess it would have to be this 4. Oh, because there would be, yeah, there's not enough space. I guess we can return this and that. Get a 3, which we need to. Yeah, we're doing our whole turn just for this. And these all both have to be increased by 1. But I think I mean, confronting the adversary is part of the win condition, so you got to do it. All right, we're gonna get our dice back next turn. Let's do the confrontation. Get the heroics back, probably. Or at least one of them. Wow, ones and twos. Okay, so those, yeah, I have a 1 I can put in, so depends on what you're putting in here, right? So we could leave the heroic. The heroic might be useful this turn, but like being able to put a 1 back in is also useful. Yeah, I think it's gonna be that, unfortunately. Because we don't have to input it. Oh yeah, we don't have to input it this turn though. That's the thing. I want my better dice. All right, let's do that. Because we don't have to input this turn. You'll have wasted turns if you want to. Yeah. We have all these 1s and 2s, which we're going to make fleets out of. But, you know, there's that. We can do a 4 and a 4, which is very exciting. Very exciting. We can do a 3 and a 3 here. We can do a 5 and a 5 and a 4. Lovely. And we can make 3s to no end. So I think we make fleets. Make hay while the sun shines. And we have 1 spare die that's just gonna be sad because we can make a heroic 3 that doesn't do anything. So maybe we could resolve the star base. Does that do anything with this 1? If this was a if this was a 2, then we could like resolve the starbase and get more fleets, right? Like that's a thing that could happen. Or we could like probe twice or whatever, but I think we want the fleets more. They're really useful. And that's all. Go in here. We can study these, but we're going to get them soon, right? Let's get them soon. That's my goal. And they're not encounters, which are dangerous and terrifying. We do want to upgrade the starbase, you know, for another disc, but we'll get there. All right, we got a mixture here. Still a lot of 1s and 2s. We have to give it a card. A 2? Have it? No, not there. Input. This wristwind is so slow, but it's getting there. The Starburger is not getting there. They're just not getting there. I really want to attack that refills my dice. Okay. We can make fleets. I mean, we have so many fleets, we could just like bust the dice to where we want. We could put 2 influence there. Can we get 2 influence on there? We could, right? If we bump these up by 1, we can get 2 influence. All right, I'm just impatient. I want things to be happening. We're making fleets. We're going to use the fleets. All right. These can still become more fleets. Replenish the fleets. We can do this. Put stuff there. Keep making progress there. And these any's just go here, I guess, because they're not good enough. All right. Colonies or techs? I feel like it's colonies, right? Because we need quantity of dice. This gets us 1 dice. This gets us 1 die. This gets us 2. We need quantity of dice. If some of these techs make us more dice than that, like Rainbow Projector doesn't actually make more, but it gets us 6s, which is pretty awesome. We could study this, but this helps us get more stuff faster, so I kind of want to leave it. I don't know if my strategy is correct. I'm just doing things. Still learning this game in a lot of ways. Twenso is here, an easy one. Relatively. If you roll 4s. I rolled some 4s. We got a 5 and a 5. We can do the... Bop, bop, bop. I don't think we can do this, right? Also, we're still level 1, so we can't do it. We did a thing. We're doing another thing. We're gonna have lots and lots and lots of blue dice, which we don't need against this. That's a thing. This could alternatively let us get 2... Well, return a die to roll, so it's not exactly that, but... This is the old probe situation again. We can continue on Starbrigger. I like the Starbrigger. I want that tech. I think that's going to help us accelerate nicely. And no black dice allowed here. So we can't use this to affect there. We can generate tons of fleets. To what end? I don't know, but you know, maybe we will. I guess we could. We only have 1 starbase disc. Yeah, we have to get the starbase upgraded. As much as I like generating a bajillion fleets, we have to start getting science and probing and stuff. So let's. We need to spend 3 for a probe. Just have 1 spare die that's not really doing anything, so we'll just go on like that. Oh, right. No. Don't lose the game. Let's not lose the game. Okay, we need to put a pink 2, or we can make... We can put a 3. And... Yeah, we're not going to make the number of fleets we want. Okay, so it's going to be a black 1. Okay, I always forget that, and it tells you, don't lose the game. By the way, don't lose the game. So here's the case where we want to use this tech. We can't probe effectively there. Maybe we want to just probe instead of fleets here, because we have lots of fleets. I think that's what we do. We need science. We want this as a colony, I think. And probe. We could, I guess we could definitely, we can't go back now, but we could have used the 4 dice to get that for sure. But let's upgrade the starbase. We want another disc. All right, one more turn of giving dice, then we get dice back. We're rolling maximum number of blue dice. All right, so first things first, give the dice. We do want a lot of blue dice for this. That's fun. I think we give 3 and a 3 and like a 2, a black 2, probably. But we can come back to that. Wow, we sure have a lot of blue that we can't really use. We can start getting more science again and confront this. We still are at level 1 though. We have to get going. We need resources, 2, 3 of each of 3. Yeah, we need to keep getting stuff. So luckily, we can get Starburger this turn, like this. And that's gonna get us probably not a milestone, but getting there. It's gonna let us start accelerating towards milestones, hopefully. And ice cream, we could put 2 influence on there. Yeah, these are hard. They're hard. They're not that hard, but they're can be tricksy. I want like Xfinity would be awesome to get all the dice. Ice cream is nice, though we're already sort of maxed out on diplomacy. So if we do this and that, actually we could make a black 5. And I want to make a black 3 or 2. I think a 2 and leave it in there. We could just get 3s and put a 3 in there, like very easily. But I don't. Just trying to think if that's better. Yeah, I'm good on fleets, so I think I'm not really worried about fleets. Let's put that there. And we'll probably take it back like a 3 and the 3 and the 2 maybe. Oh, we're putting so many dice in there. Yeah, in which case, like, just thinking about like, how do I use my dice here? Is it better to put it's probably better to put a black 2 in there, right? And just leave it in there instead of using that. Okay, let's do that. And these dice are going to go for like probing or whatever. I think because they aren't enough. We can probe and get 1 fleet. Starburger is mine. Tech I want to use. All right, let's retrieve dice. And we could confront overload the grid here, potentially. by fleeting up a die. Oh, we don't have Federation level. We still don't have Federation level. I have 20 dice in my pool. How many do we have? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're still quite short on the dice situation. We could add a lot to hex this Hexfinity or the other. Interesting, they're really different but the same. It's quite interesting. This is a 4 card. It's a single 4. This gets us. Oh, it just gets us dice with Federation level +1. Fascinating. I like that better than the Rainbow Projector, though I have lots of dice, or sorry, fleets right now. I might not always, I guess. So many things to think about. We could get some influence on Twenso. We could actually get Twenso this turn. It gets us water, which isn't something we have a lot of, so it's not really actually a priority, is it? It's not important. We can add an influence to one location, so like we could get ice cream just by filling it, which is, you know what, I'm not gonna try to worry about everything because it's not allowed. It's not allowed. I'd have to make this into a black 6 and then fill this with like 5 or 4, 3, into 5. Can I go 2 and 1? No, you can't. Oh, but I can put a black one there. Fascinating. That's a really tricky one. I want this one instead because I want fuel. I don't want water. I want the resources. Okay, so let's spend our business here. So this. You have to put a black die there. That's really interesting. Unless there's other special rules that let you do other things in this kind of case. Like the Guardians just let you ignore that, for example. But I need to make a 4. Actually, making a black 4 is also possible. But I think using this... I don't have to cache input, right? No. Okay. Is using... we can... If I save those 2 4s... I don't want Twenso though, right? Like, let's just study it. I don't actually want it. So let's use these for another purpose then. This purpose. So we're getting that. That's 5. That's going to come to us. And we have our tech discs, so we can like start working on a Hexfinity. We don't need to add. We can just use this to add influence to the one that we're working on then. We could resolve the starbase first if we want. That's a thing we can do. Do we want to do that? I don't know. Not that much. Not really. I guess if we get a probe that has 3 science, that's helpful, right? All of these dice are small. So, actually, you know what? If we can get to 10 science, we could do that. If we put all of our dice there, we could research both of these 2 of these anyways, and probe, and then do this. But we won't have the Federation level. We won't have the Federation level, so we can't do it. At least we get the science. I think we use this to go on probably this Hexfinity, which is easier. Oh, this one's better, right? It's just getting dice that are like 4s or 5s or 6s later on is very, very good. So let's do that one. If we want any fleets we could use. I honestly have a lot of fleets, so I think we just go ahead. We take the, not the tech here. Yeah. We need dice. We have 9 dice. So we study, and probe. We could study that one too, but I think we can get it. We can upgrade our starbase. I think we want to confront. But we don't. Oh, there's a chance we get 5 of 1 resource, right? So there's a chance we get to the next level. So a new restriction: a black die cannot be cached unless it's at least as high as all dice in the cache. That's actually okay right now. Roll that. Unless this comes up as a 6 or whatever, which would be brutal. Brutal. All right. Thank you very much. The unseen. So we didn't hit a milestone. We do have 4 each of 2. We have almost have 4 each of 2 resources. Can we hit that this turn? Not for sure, right? Because that one's counting. It's tricky. These milestones are tough to get early, so we're suffering because of that a little bit. Well, we can like work on Hexfinity and add 5 to it this turn if we want. We could probably get the unseen pretty easily, actually. These are nice because you can do them in 1 turn. Just like that. And we could also work on Gurn. We could continue to. We do need 1 disc for that, so we can't do both sides of Hexfinity. We could probably get Gurn this turn, right? With the tech. Instead of putting that 4 here, we put it, oh, right, different values. Well, we can make it a 5. We can use this. We can add the influence there. And we can use this to make a 3. We have to cache input. I think blue 3 is okay. We do this. And that. We cover that. We cover both of those. We're going to get both of those as... Yeah, we can take that as a tech, probably. It's a great tech. And... yeah, having that get us 3 dice is really, really good for our milestones and everything. And we can progress on that. Sure. Actually, I could probe first and try to get a 3 science before doing that because they have another tech star. So yeah, let's probe first. It was a number? I'm not sure what it was. It was also a 4. Okay. And this 3 can become fleet. Yeah, this tech. Just take both of the techs. It ends up with a lot of dice. And we don't want to upgrade because we want to confront here. If we can. Okay, good roll. So we're still at level 1. We have 5, 8, and another 6. 14 dice, because we didn't get to roll all of them because of that. So we're not actually getting the 20 dice. We don't have the resources. So we can't even confront. We're like ready to confront and we can't confront. That's a little frustrating. Can we, yeah, we can't, the Federation level is a requirement, right? So we just have to keep trying to make progress on these things. We can't get Hexfinity this turn. We could maybe take on the Solidarians. I think we definitely can. That gets us a water, which we haven't cared about, but you know what? Something. We can. What else are we gonna do? We have 3 techs. We're gonna actually, the thing is with this setup is like we're gonna suddenly have so much that we can do at once. We're gonna hit these milestones like all at once. It's kind of the situation here. I guess we can't work on this Hexfinity anymore because we ran out of discs. We can work on the You've Got Mail. Kind of like putting different numbers in boxes. We have to also cache input, which is annoying. Let's put this 3 in. And this 6 is like the worst. We have to put a blue 4. I think. And so, yeah, that makes this annoying. So we put a 6 and a 5 in there, I guess. And we add influence to the Hexfinity that we'll get someday. We gain fleets. All dice must have different values. That's tough if you don't have any 4s. Isn't it? Well, we can roll. Maybe we get a 4 if we roll this. Would be cool. Be a 4. It's a 3. We could spend a fleet to make it a 4, and then we could put 5, 2, and 3 there. Sure. And we make a couple fleets. We do a probe. Making progress. Still at level 1. Oh, this is the same one as before, but I think we might need tech stars now. Let's take the tech. Probe. could study these for free. I also want to get them. So, and we are hoping to not, we don't want to upgrade it. We want to like actually get the thing. Confront the adversary. Oh my gosh, we got a milestone. So that pineapple, the plants, help this out there. SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, so we have enough to do this, kind of exactly. We could probably also hit this. That's 33. That's a lot. That's a big number. We only have 14 dice again. I think our dice are getting restricted, right? And we have to pay. Yeah, it's going to be hard to hit. We're not going to be able to hit 33. We have to put dice in the thing. So let's do this. We're going to have... There's a chance we could like maybe get the right amount of science by using the tech and stuff. So let's have a look at what we need to input here. We actually can't input anything but a black 6. That's it. So for each influence that does not have a die, you're overwhelmed once. So we're gonna lose both of our adversary discs. Yeah, that's rough. That's very rough. So we have to put a black 6. That's non-negotiable or we lose the game. These two are gonna be, because we can't put, like, we're not allowed to put the pink 6 because they rolled the pink 6. That was like the worst thing. And everything else is full. Yeah, we need to get those 6s out of there. The 6, 6, and the 4. Man, it's tough. So what can we do this turn then? Well, we have to do this. So we could try for a 3. I think we just don't. We just go ahead and go to 0 science. And so try to get Hexfinity or You've Got Mail. We could get either one of them. That one's obviously easier. And actually that's not possible. So it's You've Got Mail. So we can add one influence to it and then do one of its spaces with a 5, 3, and 2. And maybe a blue one, because we can put a 5 and a 1 here. You want to, like, I don't know, clicking on other things that we can do. Yeah, we can get 2 fleets. We can roll a die that can make heroic dice. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that we can do now besides just replenish our fleets in science, which we kind of need to do, turns out, after we just spent it all on confronting. There aren't enough yellow dice around to do the warm fusion. I think we return 1 and get more. Yeah, but then we're not probing. I think we want to probe. We can probe and research that. So let's do that. I mean, then we're wasting a die because we could spend 1 die, 2 dice to do that. So let's do that. I know that is going to happen. We can't avoid it. That's actually a really good tech for us. For each of the icons, if you have for all sets of icons gained, that's gonna like get us 3 dice. At least right now. Maybe potentially more, so. Probe. And I'm still hoping for Hexfinity to come my way. I am overwhelmed 2 times. Ignore restrictions. A die cannot be cashed if 3 or more dice of its value are already there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, another 6. So we know which ones we're taking back. All the 6s. Hey, we got a milestone. Give me dice. Give me dice back. This is a good time to confront. We have 3. We have level 3. We don't have 20 dice in our pool, but we have like almost, right? We have 12, 17, 18. We can do this to get 3 more dice. Yeah, we do that. And that gets us to level 4, which makes everything way better. Oh my gosh, that was so good. And we have 20 dice in our pool, right? 5. Are we not? This is just doing 6 times 3 is 18, 21. Hey game. Hey game. I have 20 dice in my pool. It's not 20. This is not mathematicians. If I discard it and I get it, I'm gonna be real mad. I mean, I should have got it at the moment I got the 20th and then the 21st, right? So. Nope. Still not getting it. I have exactly 20 now. Right? Can I make like a little grid that's 4 times 5? Yes. Yes, I can. Ah! Okay. We're not getting that milestone for some reason, but we can still confront. I wanted this. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but like, give me that. So 6. We definitely have like a big numbers here. So 44 seems feasible. Especially when all these things say you can't use heroics. So yeah, we want to use like that one here and another one as well, just to like be greedy. And we can convert. Oh, there's none left. There's like no dice left. It's a problem. Put that there. And put, what does he want? 2s are no good. All right. Cool. All right. We don't have to feed it. We don't have to feed it this turn. Okay. So we can get this. this turn. Even if we didn't need that. The bug didn't break us there. We're fine. And other things. We can do other things. We can get fleets. We have so many tech stars. We have so many tech stars. We just do. Are things... I know we're going over time, but are things going our way? I might have to finish. It's just exciting. Put that on there. We need to make a 6 there. That's like expensive to do that. Okay, let's put stuff on You've Got Mail. And make fleets. We could make science. But let's make fleets. Engage. Xfinity. This is like get a bunch of dice without rolling them in their 4s, or it should be 5s. We could study this for free. We need 2 science, maybe? No, it's not that important. I want to get the tech isn't actually useful for getting science as well, right? You must spend a tech star to cash a die. Oh no, there's bugs around that. Oh my gosh. Roll a die. Black die? Yeah, I think it's gonna be black die. Oh good, it's just a 2. Oh wait, wasn't there another restriction? I feel like we're missing one. There's one about heroic dice, right? There was one that said heroic dice, blah, blah, blah. That might be just a visual glitch, but... let's check. All right, I'm going to just do something and then undo. Yeah, there it is. So a visual glitch that it was missing one of the restrictions. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap up the stream because I have to go, but I would say we should be at level 4, but we're not. So it's not my fault that we're not winning. We could probably hit this, confront this turn, and win the game, right? Maybe we could have hit that confront this turn, right? We've got like lots of numbers, and we should have been at level 4. So yeah, I've got to go, but thanks for tuning in. We will not finish this game next time because I'll have to be testing and everything like that. I will get a variant available for you though for Sentinels of Earth Prime. So let's get that happening now. Once again, not prepared. So, but there are only 2 variants left for Sentinels of Earth Prime. And so by revealing the one tonight, you will know what the one is next week. So that's kind of unfortunate, but that's sort of just the way it is. And I really should have remembered which one it was, but I'm gonna check to make double sure that I remember which one it is, that I know which one it is. It is, in fact, Rookie Captain Thunder this week. So feel free to use your intuitive skills to determine what the variant will be next week. The hunt will begin momentarily, so let me just get to the right place and set the right thing. Okay, part 1, part 2. Okay, so restart Sentinel of Earth Prime. You should be able to begin the hunt for Rookie Captain Thunder. Good luck and happy hunting, and stay tuned very soon for One Deck Galaxy. Check out the Steam store page, which I will link once again in the chat, and give it a wish list, and we'll see you in the Galaxy very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.